Hey everyone, this is Tyler with Foreclosures Club, and on the line with me tonight I have Thane Lands. Thane, are you there?
I'm here. Hello, everyone. Hi, Tyler.
Hey, so what we're going to do today is go over basically Thane's how to earn six figures a year from wholesaling real estate with none of your own cash or credit, which is super cool. Basically, that implies that anyone could really start doing this regardless of what their financial means are currently. And maybe Thane, if you want to provide some background and even elaborate more on that idea.
Yeah, for sure. Wholesaling. I'm going to go in the presentation on what a little bit more on the background of what real estate investing or active real estate investing is, and give you some definitions and some terms. But wholesaling basically is, in a nutshell, going to be buying something at a discount and then reselling it and then making a bit of money, like say a 5% return or a 10% return, and some cash, maybe $5,000 or $2,000 or 20 or 50 or $100,000. Just in a quick turn, you just buy something, then you sell it right away to someone else who gives you more money for it. So you identified a need, you found a good product, and you pass it along, and someone gives you some money for that. So I'm going to be teaching you how to do that. It's easy to make $5,000 on a deal. It's also easy to make $50,000 or $100,000 just on one single deal. So I'll give you some examples as we go through. So wholesaling, and again, you're not putting your own cash, you're not putting your own credit on the line when you're wholesaling, because you don't actually purchase the property. Or I'm going to teach you how to purchase it without having to purchase it with any of your own money. So I'll be giving you some tools and techniques as we go through. So wholesaling is one of the main ways to make money in real estate without being an agent, without being a mortgage broker or anything else. Just a real estate investor makes money doing wholesaling. So Tyler, do you have any more questions, or do you want me to just go from the beginning?
No, just go from the beginning. And if people have questions, please either put them in the question box or save them for the end where we'll open up the lines and you'll have your chance to ask what you need to ask.
Yeah, I'm be very happy to answer any questions at the end for sure. And during it, just put your question in, and Tyler will kindly interrupt me, and you guys can get your questions answered. So I'm sure you might have a question or two as we go through this. So welcome to How to Wholesale Real Estate, making six figures or more with no cash or credit of your own. So I'll give you a quick introduction. So number one, we're going to be going over what exactly is wholesaling. As they're in the real estate investing field. It's a very well-known term, but not everyone knows what it means. So I'm going to be going into exactly defining what it is. So I'm also going to be going through a number of different things. So you're going to be learning the basics of real estate investing. So let me do this right now, and I'll explain what these terms are. These are very, very familiar terms in the real estate industry, in the real estate investing field. So, and it's a lot of them come from the States, in the U.S., because they kind of perfected everything, and then what we do is we supply things in Canada. And we've got some things like good banks and good credit systems that they don't seem to have down there in the States. So we each have different systems, but we can all learn from each other and learn for the best and become very successful in your own area. So a bird dog, what a bird dog is it comes from hunting. And usually bring a dog with you, like a pointer or like a golden retriever or a retriever or something. That what you do is go shoot down the bird, and the dog goes out and fetches it for you and finds the bird and points out where the birds are and the game is, and then they come back to you and tell you where it's at. So basically, in bird dog goes out there, finds a good deal, and then brings it to an investor. An investor buys the deal and gives the bird dog a little bit of a fee, a little bit of either a percentage of the deal, or say a $500 thank you fee, or $1,000, $10,000, $50,000 bird dog fee. And then there's also bird dogs who find investors. So if you're a real estate deal maker and you've got a great deal, what you do is tell your bird dog, I'll give you $1,000 or I'll give you $5,000 if you can find me an investor that will buy this deal for me. And so the bird dogs go out, find you an investor, and they get paid. So it's very low risk, you don't have to be an expert to be a bird dog. It's very simple. All you got to do is recognize a deal and know who would profit from that deal. And you just make a deal with them. So wholesaling is when you're going out, you're going to be purchasing product, purchasing real estate without putting your cash or money. I'm going to show you how in a second. But wholesaling, buying properties at a discount, usually a 5 to discount. And then what you're doing is immediately finding a buyer or shortly finding a buyer within a day or within a couple of weeks or a couple of months, finding a buyer who will buy it from you at a higher price, either a retail investor, we'll go over what that is in a second, or another wholesaler or another investor. So you're just finding some good deals, and then you're selling them right away, and you're going to be getting a profit from that. And we'll go over that in a second. Fixing and flipping is very similar. So what a fix and flip does is it finds buildings or commercial buildings or single-family houses that have been run down. It's kind of like the B area of town, not the high end, not the low end. You don't want to be in a war zone, but just kind of like an up-and-coming neighborhood. And you're finding the really run-down types of properties that need a few $5,000, $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 in repairs. So fix and flip comes in, you buy it for yourself, you qualify, you put in a bunch of money to fix it up, and then you flip it and you sell it. So it's wholesaling's not doing any fixing. It's flipping, but without the fixing. Whereas fix and flips, obviously, is fixing and then it's flipping, and you make a very good, solid return. You can make like $50,000 or $100,000 on a deal. So retailing is selling a pretty house all fixed up at full list price. So this is what real estate agents effectively do. They get a listing and they sell it at as much money as they can, full retail price. So in industry, what a wholesaler does is buy stuff at a discount, buy it bulk, like they say buy 100 units or 50 units or 5,000 units. They get a discounted price, and then they sell them to retailers who then resell them as well. So retailing in the real estate industry is just selling something at full retail price, getting the most money and the most value from it. Buying and holding is very simple. You just put your money down, put your 20% as an investor or 5% on your primary residence, 20% as an investor, or 25 these days. Put down your money and put down your down payment, hard cash. So this requires a lot of money to put down to buy and hold. But at the end of it, you own it, and you rent it out for positive cash flow. More money that comes in than goes out, and then you hold it for, say, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years. So if you have a 30-year mortgage and you hold it for 30 years, guess what? At the end of it, it's going to be fully paid off. It's going to be probably 2 or 3 times worth what you paid for it. And every single month, you're going to be making lots of money because the renters it's all going in your pocket. So that's what a buy and hold strategy is. And then multifamily, you can own apartment buildings and multifamily. So that's more than 4 units. So that's 5 units, 6 units, 10 units, 50 units in a one deal. So that's the benefits of multifamily is a lot easier to manage, but you need a lot more money and it's a lot harder to get into. What an LP is, it stands for limited partnership. So what a limited partnership is, it's a legal organization, legal structure of a couple of people partners get together. There's going to be 3 or 4 main partners who organize the LP, the limited partnership, and then what they're going to have a number of smaller investors or partners that have limited say in that deal. So they give them, say, $5,000 or $25,000 into an LP, invest your $5,000. And if they lose the money, all you're liable is the $5,000. It's not a general partnership where you're liable for the full amount. So if they invest in $1 million deal and it goes south, you're liable for the $1 million. Whereas in a limited partnership, you're only liable for your $5,000 or $25,000 investment. So they're very common in the real estate investing. So you go to real estate shows or investing shows, home shows and stuff. A lot of limited partnerships are there gathering money for investors' money. And they're good. You can get like a 5%, a 10, 15, 20%, up to, I've seen about 30 some odd percent return from a limited partnership. So it depends on how they're structured. They're very favorable, but some have also gone out of business and have been not exactly above board. So what happens with limited partnerships, you don't own title. So it's a little bit, tiny bit more difficult to enforce and protect yourself versus some other forms of investment. And syndication is very similar. It's just some core investors go out, a company goes out, they tie up a couple little piece of land to do a development deal, and they get a bunch of people to invest into their deal. So those are the types of things. It's either you do it yourself and you keep title, or you let other people do it who are experts and have the time and the deep pockets, and let them do it. You take a little bit less return. If you do it all yourself, you make the most money, but it sometimes needs money to get started. So